Hey guys, welcome back. We've got some No Diggity, or as they're now known when they're picked up, Escape Gaming versus Power Rangers. Power Rangers just took another win, some Terrorblade strats, so let's see if they do it again.
I mean, they must have went back in the books. We were casting them yesterday. They picked TB, tied. I said, damn, their draft, they won.
Yeah.
But their play didn't kind of pan out, and it looks like maybe they've shored up their Terrorblade. Maybe they've went back and saw what they did wrong. It's really nice to see that they're on the up. And this is the region that might have the tiebreakers.
You won all the tiebreakers. You're so excited for
give me those extra games. We're gonna be here all night. That's what we want to do.
Let's hop into the draft before Ryu gets too excited. I don't know what we do if there are too many tiebreakers. My understanding is we're meant to play them after the regional, the best of ones are done.
Yeah.
So
that probably means that they're all done today.
Yeah, well, good luck. It's gonna just be a Nightstalker and a Ricky band out. Obviously, Ricky Morrow, very popular right now in Europe, in everywhere. And Nightstalker, I'm a little bit surprised by that one. Sure, Capsor really good with it, but not maybe what I was expecting as the first round ban.
No, even seeing the Shadow Priest is kind of weird. All things considered, now we're gonna have all the broken heroes in Dota right now, guys. And this is, ooh, Team Adfin and pick Anti-Mage to do it Terrorblade versus Virtus Pro.
Yeah, we've got the other game up on the screen here, guys, so...
That game... Oh, we were casting that game later.
No, that is not what we are casting later, since it's going on right now, already. Come on, come on, get your stuff together. We're actually going to be, I think we have the rest of Escape Gaming's, we have 3 of the rest of Escape Gaming's games.
Nice, get that Cinderin story.
Yeah,
we're gonna back him up. Yeah, they look really bad. I think they started off the day 0-2 yesterday, and then now they went 3-2, and then now they have a chance to go to 4-2 here in Power Rangers. So this is a good step for either side. I mean, this rate, I really can see just the brackets just opening up. But Beastmaster pick for Power Rangers, as well as Earth Spirit for Escape. Let's see, what do you want to see with this Earth Spirit? Are we gonna see the Darkseer? You want to see that Darkseer?
I would definitely like to see the Darkseer. It's a really strong pickup. Obviously, the Earth Spirit with the Ion Shell is a real pain in the ass to play against. I wouldn't mind seeing a Life Stealer either. Sometimes we see that guy come out since you can roll in and fest, but obviously I think the Darkseer is a bigger pickup, and it's something Kazu's really good with. So I'm not sure what they're thinking about on Escape Gaming instead, because they are dipping into reserve time for what most people would expect is a bit easier of a decision. Oh! Not at all what I was expecting. Break it down.
Avenged Core, guys, is back. I don't know. Honestly, I'm stumped. I'm stupefied too. Petrified.
No, Medusa's not here. So although I guess you can get petrified by the Earth Spirit, so...
You can get petrified by the Snake Lady.
You were having two, yeah,
yeah. I was trying to think of another Snake Lady, there's nothing else.
Yep, that might mean something else, but going out here, Power Rangers, they get to decide, do you really think it's carry Venge, not support? Are you...
They can still do it either way. What we saw from VP yesterday in one of their games, they had ES Venge and Ancient Apparition. You can play very aggressive on... That was to shut down an Alchemist. So, Power Rangers... I hope they don't pick Alchemist now, or if they do pick Alchemist now, make sure you ban out the Ancient Apparition, because VP just like slaughtered. Forgot who it was. I think it was Vega yesterday.
Yeah, I think the other interesting thing, I wonder if Escape picked up the Venge just to somewhat block pick it from Power Rangers having the Beastmaster, the Venge, and another push hero, since it does seem like Power Rangers have gotten their act together since yesterday and figured out how to push. At least that's what we saw at the tail end of the last game that they just won.
Yeah, right now, Power Rangers is showing us potentially 2 cores in the Beastmaster Jug. As you said, there's a lot of pushing power. It's on the Dire side. They have the Roche advantage. Gate Gaming, they have 2 solid potential supports. One roaming around, causing havoc. Venge just stable.
Yeah, it's always a
Radiant team
solid pickup, and it can also deter some other things. But Escape Gaming, they get rid of the Death Prophet. This is a hero that's been a real pain for everyone. And again, I feel like Escape really neutering the lineups that we've seen Power Rangers default to, saying, hey, we know that you really enjoy pushing. That's something that you've had some success with. Let's get it out of the way. But either way, it's also because the Death Prophet is really strong right now. Her Spirit Siphon with changes to magical. We all thought it was making it weaker. Turns out she just picks up Veil, and it's almost better than before.
Yep, it's a situation now. I want to see what happens. I do like the Magnus band. They have a rise, probably the second, if not third best Magnus player in the world.
Wait,
I think.
did you say second best?
I don't know, S4, man.
Oh.
S4 Mag. That's where it was all born. Like, that's Jason Bourne right there. And this is kind of like Arise is like discount Matt Damon. And he's trying to mimic the master, but has he surpassed the master yet is the question. But yeah, I can understand why they want to bend it out. So
It's also something where Power Rangers, obviously, in their group right now, they're sitting at 2 and 3. Those first 3 losses, I believe, were all gained yesterday. Their first 3 matches were all losses, and then they went back to kind of a let's play something a bit more of our own style, and they did get the Arise Magnus, and with that comfort, they managed to snag themselves that win over Alliance. So, well, we will for Escape. Up next, they're finally the Doxy. Can we just discuss as well how this hero that has such a high ban rate or pick rate early on got ignored until a third pick, just because of the respect these teams, have for each other. Lone Druid coming out, of course, against Kezu, and then Magnus against Arise, so Doxy is actually in the pool as the third pick.
Just wanted to keep things open and probably discuss and see what they wanted to run. Like with Venge, so run drow strategies. Like you said it deters some things and does deter like Batrider picks at times because you have that swap, but it also helps just for like having a safe hero. And it seems like a lot of teams have had great success when they've had at least one save hero, and that's probably why Power Rangers have prioritized banning the Dazzle, because that's a save hero. They now have Venge on their side, and then speaking of another save hero that peaks, I don't even know, I hope that's not a girl, but I could totally see the name. I could see Oracle, like the name Oracle, be a girl's name.
Originally, historically, the Oracle was a woman, like
yeah,
the Oracle
it sounds,
is Delphi, but this Oracle
you would call your girl Oracle. What's up, Oracle? It's like Ariel almost, like, hey, what's up here?
But I believe that this Oracle in the comic was called he, so I too was confused, because the Oracle at Delphi, but which the Oracle name comes from.
He looks so ugly. If that was a girl, I would just have to put her down.
It's an alien! What if that's so beautiful in the alien world?
I mean, we have Avatar. This is like, my God. This is like half of an Avatar. Because I don't know where the brown.
I do not know what you did during that game of pool you played between the games, but something weird happened. We got funky. Sven, who also I would say is Avatar, he looks weird, that helmet, but a nice pickup there for Escape. And look at this synergy, right? You drag people back, you've got a lot of damage amp coming out from the Venge to help out. If we get one good vacuum into a Stormbolt, everybody will die on Power Rangers.
But the thing that they have for Sven is kite ability from Beastmaster. The war cry, however, okay, so there's a lot of aspects to the Sven pit that's really good and really bad. So kiting with Beastmaster is really nice. Sven has a low mana pool, so if he gets roared first and he gets all his mana drains, he's going to be useless in the team fights. But at the other side of the spectrum, Sven, like you said, his cleave's amazing. His war cry is also even better when you're dealing with the Juggernaut, and his Omni Slash that's going to help you like it's going to help you, mitigate a lot of the damage coming in. And then now you have another tanky hero in the Dragon Knight for Power Rangers. So they have 3 cores that are pretty hard to bring down. Synergizes really well with the Oracle. So both teams have a strategy. Both are not getting the advantage here. Neither side is going to come down to team fights and who executes better.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that Escapes looks like a little bit of the easier, simpler execution versus the whole, hey, Oracle has to make sure to stay back a little bit, save a teammate with the false promise, disarm the Sven, but, that's all doable at this level of play. So, for Power Rangers, I wouldn't be surprised if, what's a mid hero that can really pump in some nice AoE? Do you get rid of a Quap here or something? Actually, it's going up against a DK, so do you want to ban out Timbersaw if you're Power Rangers?
I thought about Timber. I was actually just gonna say Timber.
10 seconds
Probably want to
remaining.
ban that.
Works very nicely with everything else. Do you have any other pickups that you think would be just as good as a Timber ban?
Thinking if Tinker can work out this game, Tinker
Reserve time.
potentially can delay the game, but then it's a lot of farm priority for Tinker and Sven, and you might get punished if Power Rangers are able to group up. So we know SK Gaming love to pick Tinker. They love to pick, like you said, Queen of Pain sometimes for Koifa, but
10
I,
seconds remaining.
it is a decent Queen of Pain game. I just feel like Timbersaw is just way better for dealing with
5
Dragonite,
seconds
Beastmaster, all of his summons.
Oh, they go with the Tinker.
It's just both, like you have to ban,
Yeah.
and you have to pick your poison, and now you're just like, oh, what do we do? So a
And-
good support hero for Power Rangers. Quick.
Support hero.
I said quick.
Ven is
We
on the other
lost.
team already,
We
so we
lost.
did lose. Is Disruptor already
10
knocked out?
seconds
No.
remaining.
Could they try for it? It's never bad, and it will help against in lane against the dogs here, so it is going to be
see,
Disruptor.
never doubt yourself.
I
I was gonna
was
say
doubting
yes.
the shit out of myself.
Yeah.
She panics me. I said Venge because she's already out there. Oh, no, great. Either way for escape,
See,
I
this
wouldn't be
is-
surprised if it's the Timber. Do you think it... Obviously, when you know the team so well, and we're in this meta where you just kind of want to stop them from playing their own game as opposed to certain OP heroes, do you think that the Tinker is the better ban out just because Koifa's so good with it?
They have no solution for Tinker in this game whatsoever besides Beastmaster. But
Reserve time.
that hero is 10 times harder to deal with this game than Timbersaw. And I would just rather play against the Timbersaw in this game. Like, you still have ways to burst him. Juggernaut ulti, Beastmaster, we talked about the roar setups, and then you have another silence, or a silence to work with the Disruptor. So there's that, and then Koifa's probably thinking like, what do I want to play? I mean, TA is,
You're
It's-
really trying to get the TA to come out.
because it's been working in SEA, and I think it's a hero that's amazing against certain lineups. So TA versus this lineup, kind of iffy. If you can get the BKB and if you get the initiation, that's fine. But probably just need another good team fight hero. TA Sven is really greedy. I would rather see Quap or
10 seconds
to
remaining.
be Quap or Timber. Oh, I wonder what else is really there
5
left.
seconds remaining.
See that Deuce though. Give me that Deuce. Oh, yeah, it's obvious.
Oh, well, yeah, they really wait on it. I just wanted to delve a little bit more into what you're saying about Templar Assassin. Is there a reason, do you think, that in C, because Drops, you've obviously seen a bit more of the games, you got here earlier. What do you think is making it more viable? Because we were actually not seeing, well, we're seeing a lot of different things everywhere in the meta, but I wouldn't say that C has been super different.
I think the way that some teams have been approaching to counter Timber, the two top ways is one is Slardar, ton of negative armor to deal with his reactive armor and try to blow him up before it's maxed out, and that's crucial at times against the Timber. Another way to deal with him is to have a lot of magic burst damage and silences. So Skywrath Mage is probably the best hero, support hero that we've been seeing resurging. Just because he can shut him down early in the laning phase, he can. Oh, this is a mid Timber. It's not an offlane Timber, but still, he can shut him down early in the team fights by just silencing him. There's many different ways to go about countering Timber.
Well, oh, we are gonna have a pause. We actually avoided one of those last game. That's the rules. Now we've got the early rotations out. These have been all over the place. Some teams even using smoke to make sure that they really get the wards out to destroy the opposing mid. What are your predictions? Aegis Snatch, you're saying there's gonna be none? I'm reading out to you guys what Ryu's got for his compendium predictions. Total number of Roshan kills, estimated 3. When will First Blood happen? That's an interesting one.
Can I do pre?
Pre, you think there's gonna be a rune fight?
Good. Yes. Darkseer. Oracle's good for purging. Sven can't die.
Let's see what the
I'll
Kezu
say
picks
that.
up first, because I'm wondering whether he's going to just head straight into the jungle, maybe not interested in dealing with the Disruptor Classic in lane.
total number of smoke ganks killed, or total number of smoke gank kills at game end.
It's a hard one.
What the?
30 seconds to
You
battle.
Some of these
serious?
are quite insane, the predictions that they're asking for.
Oh
There's
my
a
gosh.
level of depth. It doesn't look like we're going to get our early rune fight. Folks are heading on over. Yapsor just gonna go check it out. Has another ward and a sentry at the ready. Now, obviously, he's got a bit of a better time from the standpoint if he can have Doxy throw an Ion Shell on him if he decides to go up to that top lane. But other than that,
They have purifying flames to deal with that. But yeah, so what they should do is they can put.
Okay, Yapsor.
Oh.
stealing the bounty.
Feels bad, man.
You were saying.
That's what happens when you don't scout. Scout Dota. But what was I saying now?
We were discussing purifying flames,
Yeah.
dealing with purging and stuff.
So what is a good way to deal with that is put one on yourself and one on the ES, and make sure you don't group up. Then you can't purge both of them, and that's a way for them to deal with it. But at the same time, you have a very strong tri lane, so it's best if Darkseer just goes into the jungle, I think.
Yeah, and he will, and that's what I think. Obviously, you've already done your predictions, but to me, that's what really changes up. Hey, we're probably not going to see those early first bloods, since Darkseer will just dodge, and even if Earth Spirit tries, taking out a DK is ridiculously difficult.
Yeah, Yapsor is just kind of like leeching EXP here. It's kind of like the battle of the unkillable heroes here. It's just gonna come down to who gets more CS, and both of them should have Quelling Blades starting out. Yeah,
And shields, I believe, yeah.
so it's just gonna come down to like who just plays better in the mid lane.
I think Qualifier might even end up with a little bit of the edge just because of that reactive armor. DK, yes, always uses Breathe Fire normally to harass, but sometimes you want to throw in an auto attack hero there and it just isn't going to happen. Although similarly, never mind. Oh, Arias going to have to roll in the Whirling Death as well. He's getting quite low, only 1 point in Dragon Blood so far, and they will go down.
Lost.
A nice job there, and I was going to mention that sometimes you see Earth Spirit having trouble getting the Ion Shell gank in mid with the Darkseer because of course he's up in his own lane. Kezu! Oh! 21 health. But because he's in the jungle, he's able to throw the Ion Shell that lives while the Earth Spirit travels to the mid lane.
It's just a really good play coming in from Midscape. You don't get that kill at all if you don't have the lane back like that, as well as the Ion Shell. So nice of them to realize that they have a good chance to do it, and you have a Haster now being picked up for Yapsor. He wants to scout out. He wants to put a ward down. That's pretty good. It's going to help seeing if the Beastmaster wants to rotate into the jungle. And Cheshire Cat's level 3 in the offlane right now. He's doing really good for himself.
Yeah, I was going to mention this. He didn't opt to back out. I was a little surprised because he has to know that there's also going to be an Earth Spirit coming in, but maybe expecting that Earth Spirit would stay mid.
Yeah, that's kind of a good point to look at. He probably felt like he could still kite them maybe, but it's like, yeah, it's like a triple stun, so it's really hard to kite with the board. But
I mean,
he
it's
also has
working
this,
out.
yeah, he has this ward kind of over here in the Radiant side. Probably scouting out the ES. Normally you don't have like a smoke or anything on the ES. That's the only way you can really catch him out.
ES is actually getting into position to go onto the Dragon Knight again, who's hit level 4, picks up a point in that Dragon Tail, so won't have as much armor. Oh, and there's the scan, scouting out Yapsor, PR on top of their business. They're looking, I mean, in the game we saw already today, they're looking a lot cleaner than yesterday.
Right. Yeah, they're pinging it out. I think they know there's a ward there. Yep, sort of though. I don't know if I agree with this from the Dragon Knight. Trying to figure out if it really matters in this
The Dragon
matchup.
Tail?
Yeah, if he... I think the 2-1-2 build is great to have, so him going for stun at level 4, it could be nice maybe to kill off this Earth Spirit, because he's been playing really aggressive, right? And imagine if he had leveled the stun up at level 3, he would have gotten away and not fed First Blood. Actually, I think having this stun, he'll be able to run away from the Earth Spirit if he ganks him, and so that'll allow him to live.
Yeah, It's always a battle, as you mentioned, of should I get more points in that protective spell of Dragon Blood, or can I actually get off a nice Dragon Tail? Arise does have the bottle up. I'm kind of expecting him to bottle Crow if he needs. Yeah, he's got boots flying out. So this lane, we'll come back to it when something happens, but this may be a really slow game, just because Era should be content on the Sven to farm up a Storm in bottom, and of course they are allowing free farm on the Juggernaut up top.
It'll be interesting to see who rotates kind of first. Like Sven, he's one of those heroes that wants to farm up. You want to stack in the jungle, go back for that. Just keep farming. You want to have your Echo Saver, your Helm of the Dominator, work around that. But at the same time, for Gotham, how is he going to approach this game? Does he want to go for that? Okay, well, we're against Sven. We know he's going to get a lot of farm. He's going to go Battle Fury. And do I also need to help out in the team fights early and rotate?
Yeah, obviously for right now it's just gonna phase Aquila, and it looks like applying some pressure to that top tower. He still has some opportunities to decide, because he can go straight for the Battle Fury, but I wouldn't. Obviously there's a silence flying out there too. He's gonna want a Manta at some point, so, and it is a decent game for a Manta dodging a few things.
You have to have Battle Fury this game?
Do you think you have to keep
not
up?
First, I'm not talking about first,
Yeah.
but you have to probably have it for the Darkseer wall. That is a big key element in these team fights, because, like you said, the game is probably going to go late. The maximum, or the minimum is maybe like 30 minutes if it's a complete stomp, but this has the makings of a very long game. You want to have the most farm efficient items, and you have to have a way to fight against the Darkseer wall.
Look at these CSs already. Yeah, and it also argue it can help you keep up with the Sven, but just taking a look, a lot of people doing well in this game just because Kezu off in the jungle. We're also seeing that the Sven and the Jug all farming well. So we've got Docs here. Just running into Big Num, realizing he doesn't want to be there. Going to get held in place. Can Arise get in range for the Dragon Tail? No, he cannot. So Kessel,
Only level 5 Dragon Knight.
yeah,
He's stealing stacks too.
he's having a lot of trouble in lane against Qualifier.
Oh, well, this is going to be a disaster.
What do you think went wrong? Because we were checking out some other lanes. The Timbersaur is.
Oh my gosh, this is such a disaster. He stole one stack, now he's stealing another one.
Oh, is he actually? Oh.
Yeah, this is just.
What should PR have done here? Did they need up a very defensive ward so they knew this was happening?
No, they just needed Bignum to stay and follow him.
Well, unfortunately, he did not, and as you said, stacks have been stolen. More are about to be stolen. He has stolen all of the stacks.
Alright, GG.
Like, we can take a look,
Literally
but
gonna
yeah,
be the
look at the net worth chart now.
He's level 8. He just.
It's gonna be okay, Ryu. We're gonna have
Man, I need
6 more
Toby
games
in
like
here
this.
right now so he can just say what just happened. How much gold did that?
So
Yeah,
if you
that
take a
is-
look at the net worth chart,
Yeah.
that's what you can see. For folks wondering why Ryu is freaking out so much, it really is a big deal. You just stole your opponent's economy and wasted all of the
It's
time
about-
that they spent stacking.
He just stole, what, about 1,000 gold?
Yep.
Legit in just like a second. Maybe not a second, 30 seconds.
So a really nice job there by Kazu. And when PR realized they're going to be a bit frustrated, because of course part of that was going to be the mechanism for DK to catch back up all the Juggernaut to farm.
Very unfortunate. That's like a lot of time wasted for the support just stacking and doing nothing. So a lot of time wasted now for the Power Ranger supports. Does that affect their EXP? Yeah, it's showing. You only have roll away. Not gonna get omnied. But level 4 on Oracle and Disruptor at this stage of the game, one of them potentially should have been level 6 because they were constantly pulling and pulling and pulling, but nobody's gotten the levels yet.
Yeah, you can see that the Venge is up one, just up a level above the Dire supports because of that exact interaction. Cheshire Cat, he's going to maybe take a Stormbolt to the face. Era in that God Strength, there's the secondary stun. Cheshire Cat, they need to smack him down. A nice Primal Roar to stop the damage coming out of Era, but Kazu, he has Surge up in 3 seconds, just drops the wall to get a nice pick.
Looking a little bit bad now for Power Rangers. He's a lot of stutter stepping going on there.
Yeah, I wonder, obviously they've already played a game today, but this is more of what they looked like yesterday in the games that we saw them lose. Just kind of having some trouble. Cheshire Cat being out of position a few times and it not feeling like they were all on the same page. For example, Arise now, oh, they've actually got him some new stacks.
At least he'll be a little bit happy.
It's something.
This is just going to be a very slow-paced game, and it's going to come down to... Honestly, I think it has to be Power Rangers making play here, because Escape Gaming, they've managed to steal up the stacks. They're going to have the Darkseer with the mech. Timbersaul's just free farming away. He'll have his Bloodstone soon. They need to slow that down. They need to slow down this free farming Savin, who's going to have Ancients to deal with.
How do you suggest that they begin to take control of this game, itemization-wise? Does their DK need some initiation tool? Is it going to just be trying to wait for the Beastmaster to have the blink? Because normally you go all fully upgraded Necronomicon, but it's certainly an option that he could try to pick up a blink earlier for that initiation.
I think this is, for the Dragon Knight, I think this is a good armlet game. You might need to go Silver Edge too, and then BKB. He might even just need to get BKB first. Not first, like second item after the armlet, just to fight into Escape's lineup. Because the Dragon Knight is going to have a very hard time this game doing anything in team fights. So Arise is not going to be having the best game. He's just going to be kind of like there, pushing towers. Juggernaut, yeah, he's going back for the Battle Fury. You have to go for it in this game, else you're going to get too far behind.
I'm already impressed by the job he's been doing staying on top of the net worth chart, but of course, as you said, Sven, with the cleave, if you don't have one as well, you're gonna have trouble clearing those stacks. Or PR, they should know that Ancients are gonna be stacked. Is it maybe their turn to try and steal something? Take a fight that allows them to get that economy.
Can't really contest it that much without Battle Fury on Juggernaut. I don't think, like, they can stack their own, but this is a good play though.
Yeah, it should be a Primal Roar coming out onto Era. They open with the spin. There's the Fortune's End as well, and Era going down. A nice quick pick for PR and a much needed way of slowing that Sven.
Yeah, I would have loved to see Juggernaut take the kill though, instead of Bignum, because that's the highest net worth almost on the side of the Radiant. And then you can have your faster Battle Fury, as we've been talking about. Everything's kind of like on a timing window. And Escape Gaming, they need to make sure they don't get too complacent in this game. Meanwhile, they did get the Disruptor in the top lane, but are they going to try and defend this bottom lane?
Oh, they're coming in on quick. Throws out that Chakram, but goddamn, oh, actually, PR probably going to back on out. Look at goddamn losing half of his health just to the Timber Chain and the Whirling Death. This is the problem with Timbersaw.
Okay, they made space. Now they're going mid lane with Arise. Era did TP in.
Yeah, Arise can just poke away at it. Obviously, that Dragon Form was about to run out. But next time it's up, push a little bit. Make sure you get that dot on the tower, and you will be knocking those things down with ease.
They've done a really good job. They've taken the top tower. They've put both of the tier 1s at 3/4 HP or lower. Oops, stun.
Okay, what are we doing over there, goddamn? You are not in the right neighborhood. Juggernaut trying to haste away. He will be able to dodge the boulder roll. He has a TP. He's just gonna go for it here, and he will live. Oh, he was down to 40 health.
I thought he was actually going to die from one right click.
I was a little bit worried there too, but Stout Shield doing work. Kazu also being incredibly aggressive, going to get caught in the kinetic field, but PR have no interest in fighting that. And while this happens, yeah, it does take tower on bottom.
That's a good bait from Kezu. The reason why he's playing that aggressive is because he knows that Dragon or Arise doesn't have his ultimate for the Elder Dragon. And also, if they go on him, he has the mechanism turnaround play. So he felt really confident of baiting in the Power Ranger side. Good thing they didn't take the bait.
I think Power Rangers, as much as it does feel like they were a little bit, oh, not feel, but they are definitely a little bit behind, considering they're only ahead because of the tower gold, or come back down, sorry, on the net worth because of the tower gold. Actually, we have a static storm on Qualifier in the mid lane. Can they take out this Timbersaw? Qualifier just going to walk away. That engagement ends.
All on the god of Yapsor, saving him. They would have gotten the kill, too, if Bignum was able to get up close. So a nice stun there, preventing the death.
Yeah, I wanted to say, for PR, I do like that they've managed to take down this bottom tower because it allows them to aid the jungle, and it feels like that may be a key part, keeping Hawk Vision up there if somebody's alone farming, taking them out, and just delaying this game, since they do need a lot more on the DK and a lot more on the Juggernaut.
Yeah, this is very not questionable play right now for Escape. It's more so that this ancient stack has been kind of been there for they've been starting it at what, like the 7-minute mark. They still haven't cleared it up once for Era. And that's very concerning because you want to clear it up and then you want to start the stacks all over again. That's the whole, spin process. And he's just kind of been staying in the bottom lane. He died once because of the gank, and then he tried to TP mid, help there, but he didn't go immediately and kill the stack. So he's gonna start on it now. See if he can kill it off before the next one spawns.
Yeah,
Nicely
he has
timed.
God Strength, really good, and he'll be able to get out of the spawn box and get some new ancients up while they throw out a dire scan over here. Juggernaut checking that he isn't being ganked. Speaking of, has almost got the Battle Fury on the way.
So Battle Fury for him, Sven has the Blink Dagger. So looking at both of the cores, one is going to be a heavy hitter right now, and then the other one's prioritizing mobility right now over more farming efficiency in the Echo Saber and or Armlet.
I like this initiation plan coming up from Sven, but I'm still really worried about what you mentioned earlier in the draft. PR are so tanky across the board. Even with God Strength, I'd be a little bit worried. Can I burst down the DK, the Beastmaster before the Dragon Tail or the Primal Roar comes out? And then, of course, worrying about Oracle false promising folks. It might be more effective to jump on the back lines.
We'll see if they can find the vision, because they have Wave of Terror to help out, and it's daytime, so they can jump on the back lines. The reason why they went Blink, though, is because they don't have any form of initiation.
Yeah, and I actually feel like that makes it a little difficult because obviously a lot of it going to be on the Earth Spirit being there to follow up the Sven after the Stormbolt or even help set up a good one, but Darkseer needs a Blink too, because otherwise Sven maybe end up too far ahead of folks, and of course you want the Darkseer to be able to open with the vacuum so he gets a big Stormbolt.
And they're just doing a really good job for Power Rangers playing Keep Away. They know they can just keep doing this. Escape Gaming, they have to group up and they have to team fight. And what do? You just split up the map. Beastmaster just gets, bottom.
Oh, yep. He's going to be in a pot of trouble. Brought down there.
Baited.
Timbasor showing all of that damage. So, but yeah, this one, unfortunately, very slow compared to our last. When do you think is the timing that folks are going to hit? When are we going to see some fights actually break out?
Maybe mid.
Oh, Big Num in a lot of trouble. Will get picked off there. Disruptor tries for the glimpse backwards. It will not do enough work in Yapso. Considering coming in, they're actually going for the mid push in here. Kezu has wall, has vacuum. Not super sure. Oh, he's gonna just run right into J4, who does immediately go the static storm kinetic field, but it's not enough. There's gonna be the glimpse. One more smack. He doesn't manage to get it off with the boulder roll on in, and Yapso God will get the kill.
Yeah, when I was saying that Escape Gaming needed not be complacent, what do? They immediately put the pressure on bottom lane. They baited Beastmaster in to try to go for an easy kill on Darkseer. They go mid lane with Sven. They're going to cancel the TP here, which is really nice. They have the Surge.
Oh yeah, the vacuum back. Arise taking the damage, getting swapped back. He's still under the sentry. Will the magnetize be enough? It's not looking like it. And Primal Roar, Cinderin going down. There's also... Well, that's actually just going to be it. So a little overextension there by Cinderin. Getting a bit too excited.
Poor Sind. Dying for the causes of his team.
I mean, to be realistic, for those of you who don't know, Escape Gaming are, I want to say they're actually sitting at 4 and 2. And the brackets aren't updated. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're sitting at 4 and 2. So they're doing really well. And it's something where, I don't know, I'm impressed by Cinder, and either way, I'm impressed now by Qualifier initiating there. Yapso, of course, helping out. Getting another pick on the Beast Monster, and this is going to put it to 7-2 in favor of Escape Gaming. 3,000 gold lead, 5,000 experience.
It looked like for the last 5 minutes, Beastmaster was taking over this game single-handedly, and now they've successfully shut him down in the last 5 minutes, where he could have had a Necro 3 and potentially his Blink Dagger by now. So they've slowed that down, they've put pressure around the map, and they're doing a really good job now. They're not out of the clear yet because Power Rangers are still doing a good job of still splitting up and just farming. So they still have to worry about that. What I like from Arise is he went for the Shadow Blade, so eventually, as we talked about, they're gonna have the Silver Edge to deal with the Timber Saw. But now he's going back for the BKB because he knows he needs that for the team fight. And that is like you were asking earlier, what is the go time for Power Rangers? Well, Power Rangers, they need the BKB on Dragonite if they want to fight 5v5, but Escape are just kind of like in the situation where they can force these team fights and they can win them. So it's more like about keep away for right now for Power Rangers.
Yeah, I think it's a really hard choice here. Obviously, the BK does so much good work against Escape's lineup, but if you get it that early, we've seen this before, if you end up with that BKB at the 25-minute mark, you're in a lot of trouble if the game does last till 40 minutes, because your BKB will become 5 seconds very quickly. We are going to see both teams just kind of posture very close to each other. They do know about them. Where will the initiation be? The Dragon Form and the Dragon Tail going on to Qualifier, but a beautiful vacuum back. They are all in a lot of trouble. Their Era ripping right on through people who's getting those clean shots off. Cheshire Cat going to be the first to go down, and Era returning over onto the backside. They want themselves some J4 who's trying to run away. Timber Chain on through will finish him off. Boulder Kick will not tap onto anyone, and so Escape get themselves a double.
This is really good initiation from them. They have all the utility with the Blink Daggers from Darkseer and Sven just to get in there very quickly and just completely roll over Power Rangers. The only way Power Rangers win that team fight is if they get a Static Storm on 3 as they're kind of blinking in. So J4 could have potentially been a hero, but it was just a little bit too late. And the game's only going to get worse from here on because Escape Gaming, they're going to eventually get BKBs on their cores. They're not going to be affected by these silences and these plays. And you just saw they just unloaded everything. It's like, here, please take everything onto the Timber Saw. He's like, I want this. Koifa's like, I know you're going to target me. You guys can't do anything.
And Quickfist sitting at 17 Bloodstone charges, so he has had a bowl since getting that thing. I am really impressed. I know we talk about it a lot, but Escape are playing really cleanly, and it's just really nice to see out of their team. Obviously, they did recently get sponsored, but they are a newer team. They're not... they're not someone like Adfinem who've been playing together for ages. So I do like seeing this discipline and coordination across the board.
Yeah, Cinderin, if everyone hasn't been keeping up with the scene for like the last 7 or 8 months, he originally started to try and make a team and it just completely fell apart, but he didn't give up. Instead, he got new players, continued to work on it, and they've had a lot of success. At Epicenter, sure they didn't get in, but they still had a really nice showing. They learned a lot. And this is their time. Like, this is what it doesn't matter if you lose all of the tournaments up to TI. Qualify for TI, that is the dream.
Yeah. Especially if they qualify for TI, it'll be, I believe, Cinderin was at TI1, was he at TI2?
Yes.
Yeah, so but he hasn't been at the other ones except in a casting fashion, so...
He was, I know MTW and Mouse Sports.
Yes.
I think MTW was first, then Mouse TI2, but... And then TI3, I think he was casting.
So for him, it'll be a nice way to return to TI as a player. These two Smoky gangs, no, it was just actually PR taking a look-sees. Cheshire Cat. Okay, here they come. We got some units finally flying out. I'm gonna say I was a little surprised he didn't send the Hawk out first, but it looked like he was just fiddling with his control groups.
They really can't fight until they have BKB on the DK. Even Juggernaut might need a BKB. Like, if Juggernaut has a BKB, they can potentially take the team fight after that as well. But as we talked about, BKBs are going to be the name of the game for both teams right now because they need them You're gonna see, yeah, Sven's getting one. You have to have these just because there's so much lockdown in this game and spells that you don't want to have just cripple your day. Like if Sven, as we talked about in the last team fight, if he had just gotten a disruptor ulti on top of Sven before he was able to stun or anything, as well as Kezu, could have won the team fight, I think.
Agreed. And of course, really nice for PR to have the BKBs into Timbersaw, Ion Shell, Earth Spirit, Magnetize, just all the right stuff. You still have to really worry though about the Sven. It feels like PR may end up with a lineup which has those BKBs on the cores, and then the supports, if they can afford it one day, might get a Ghost Scepter. But we'll have to wait and see. Kazu has had the blink and a lot of gold. He never finished. Oh, Primal Roar actually going out of him. Swap into the Static Storm. Cinderon's gonna die for his teammates, or will he even go down here? Cat trying to smack away at him, but Cinderon going for the TP out. He will make it. What a play.
Well, that feels bad. Everything just went wrong there, and they even had a glimpse back too. They just don't have any stuns. They only have the roar, and then that's just countered by the swap. Didn't have a rise there at the time.
Oh. And Fortune then not stopping TP aways, at least for PR. Oh, they'll apply a little bit of pressure to this bottom tower with the Necronomicon creep, so it's something, but of course not what you wanted to expend those ultimates for. Oh no, J4, just at the end of that TP, getting caught out. It's just, we were just watching the end of the PR game on the other monitor. It feels like they're falling apart.
Go power, I mean Escape Gaming. This is just looking so good for Escape. Their synergy and the team fights are there. They're finding ways to punish Power Rangers.
And the BKB is finished up onto Eris, so suddenly there aren't a lot of those easy tools for stopping his damage output. Stopping him from smacking them around. So, we also... Oh, okay, they just swapped to... There's another screen that just swapped to VP versus Ad Venom, and I was confused for a second, because I thought they were still showing Secret versus Fantastic 5, I believe it is. So if you guys are looking for those games, they're on the other BTS channels. But back to this one. For Era, are we just building straight into crits next? Because he is making excellent progress.
You distracted me. I think crit is fine. You also can go for the AC. It just depends on how... I think AC is the best here because it's just a good team fight item to have. Extra armor against the physical right clicks of Power Rangers is just better. But he could just be a man and say, I want to one-shot everybody with my Echo Saber and Daedalus. There's no reason to get an MKB because there's no evasion coming out from Power Rangers just yet.
Yeah, and if they do end up going for evasion, it'll take a while. Juggernaut going for a blink next as his item of choice. Gonna hope that he can Manta dodge like the best of them. Although it's really scary because you're wanting to save the Manta quite frequently for the Earth Spirit silence. And speaking of Earth Spirit, Yule's finished on that hero.
Ooh. Blinking past each other.
Always a barrel of loss. Goddamn, it's gonna go hide using, he wants to use his creeps to wave cut, but of course the creeps haven't spawned. Oh, Earth Spirit, Yapzor, find more than the illusions. Not so much, and they'll be having to do the Walk of Shame back up to top. For Power Rangers, what does this next perfect team fight look like?
It's like Cinderon carrying them. Honestly, I think Escape Gaming are showing how you can perfectly counter a lot of the single target bursts. Like imagine if Juggernaut had wasted his ulti during that swap. It would have done absolutely nothing besides kill Cinderon. So they have all this single target focus, but if they don't manage to find the Venge, just easy sledding for Escape Gaming to win these team fights.
Oh, Escape actually decided to come back in onto this one. So PR has succeeded on that front. Kezu will just throw out the Shivas, clearing the creep wave, and TP backs are real. Although, a lot more damage going out onto that tier 3 on PR side than the one in mid.
Fortifies were both used on both sides. They won't have that to work with. Look at buybacks real quick before anything happens. Sven has one, Juggernaut has one. It looks like they really do want to pressure right now for escape. They still have the Aegis to work with for another 2 minutes here. So good timing for them. They've managed to slow down the Beastmaster and, well, TPing bottom though.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by Escape constantly tending to these rotations. It does feel like they could
Bottom tower
gain
has
an
fallen.
objective and that they need to use this Aegis.
Very surprised they didn't just try and kill that tier 3 tower top. That was a good timing window for them when they didn't take the bottom tower. Now it's Beastmaster has his Necro 3 backup. They lost the tier 2 bottom. They didn't really trade or anything. They kind of like traded to farm, but not as efficient as maybe they would like to have had.
Do you think that they're concerned about the rate of push coming out from the Beastmaster, especially since he now has these bots so he can just be all over the place? Or is there something else that they're coming home for?
Probably just coming back to farm more. Maybe farm back buybacks. Farm another item. They are sitting on Sven's 3.8k. Sometimes you don't want to take fight when you have the potential to have a really good Oh, I'm gonna watch this gank. Game changing. I sent her in solo Omnid in the face. Oh, that's not nice.
Yeah, we also had a little bit of action happening up in the top lane. Maybe we'll actually see it. The BKB has worn off. Eric gets stunned up. Can he chase after Arise? He's going to blink forward, then Arise getting beaten down. False Promise comes out. He's got some support as well from the Beastmaster, but Cheshire Cat realizing it's all over for Arise, and Era looking for more. They'll go on to Goddamn. Just a little bit of damage there, and they will be able to get their man. They don't have BKB on Era now, though.
No BKB buyback is available for Rise, so the C, they want to back out. Aegis did go away. It's one of those situations where you can't really go high ground, because Dragon Knight potentially has the buyback, and like you said, there's no BKB on Sven.
Yeah, there's going to be a really short burst though, and this should hopefully set up Escape to finish the game. Dia does have that nice Roshan advantage, and you can see not much map vision. Actually, both teams kind of dark, so probably a round of warding about to come out. Oh, part of that probably because Kazu has a gem.
Away all that vision. All that vision.
Well, oh gosh, speaking of taking away vision, Koikba caught out in no man's land, taking a lot of damage. Timber Chain's over to the side. He throws out the Sheath Spurs. That is bad because they have two of them. Question mark.
No, it's good.
Okay, what's the thought process on having two Shivas instead of having one of them itemized for?
Well, Timbersaw has. So the way is Timbersaw needs to have another armor item, and Sven normally goes for the AC.
Yep.
So Darkseer also, when he sets up his combo, it's easier to hit and land when you have Shiva slow too, and it also gives you vision. So I think Shiva's is just more so you get that initial. Well, there's just so much chasing going on right now.
Oh, they found Cheshire Cat, and Era is on the case. Even takes the regen rude. How rude. And Yapso God will keep in place. Actually steals the kill there.
Mega kill for Yapster, right? That guy is balling 5-0 and 3.
Obviously they're doing well on Escape. They're over 15,000 net worth ahead, 15,000 experience. Would it not have been nice as well for Kezu to pick up a sheep stick? Instead of the...
decent, but I think Shiva's is really good still. Like for both of them, it gives you extra vision when you need it in team fights. It's just a really good item just for chasing down heroes. And like I said, it's just nice to have on both heroes. But yeah, either one, they could have gone for maybe sheep stick on Timber or Darkseer.
Well, looking like a little bit of an anticlimactic finish here. The Rax will be taken no contest by Escape Gaming, and they are ready to do it again because there are no tier 2s left up.
No split push coming in from Power Rangers either. Like the only way feels like they can get back in this game is like give me some of that Bulldog and Cheshire Cat, but he's not the chosen one. Doesn't look like. They're just slowly keep falling behind.
Yeah, this is, I mean, obviously for PR, you don't want to tap out. You are a team who, you know, as we just said, 2 and 3, you're close, but what do you do is my question, because it doesn't feel like they have a great way back into this unless Escape make a mistake, and they are just not making them right now.
No, they look really clean and crisp. Senderin probably went out to have steak with the team. Steak yanking.
Yeah.
And then, like, all right, boys, I get you a bigger and a fatter one if you win tomorrow, and we get in
Steak. We're still talking about steak.
Oh no! Oh wait, we're talking. Oh, my bad.
So, but I do wonder, can Oaks maybe try to get this back? Can they try to bait Escape into overextending? Because that Rax that was taken up in top lane was just so cleanly taken. PR had nothing they could do with the Beast Monster being down.
They just have 0 burst damage with this lineup, besides Juggernaut. Like, everything is kind of just set up and gradual DPS over time.
Arise will use that Shadow Blade. Let's see if they can guess right. They're not going to catch him out before he TPs away. Some nice guesses there by Escape, but not on the mark. And comes Air, just pushing in top again, applying that pressure.
That Shiva's guard scouting didn't get a kill though, but
yeah, it's not going to be exciting. Koikva can try to catch up, but well, actually there's backup here for PR. There they go, Primal Roll and Omni Slash coming out onto Koikva. They're trying to drain his mana, but now Kezu is there to help it out, and Koikva, the full Omni Slash brings him only down to half health. He does get slowed up there, so not so easily able to follow up Chestercat, and goddamn won't fall. And it actually kills that folks are investigating in onto. Oh no, Chestercat. He is in the danger zone. That was a misclick and he will go down. Did he TP onto that creep accidentally instead of into base?
I was not watching. I was more watching Kezu farm. I was mystified by his Shiva's farming with his Ion Shell vacuum.
Always fun. So, well, we're gonna watch as Air goes for the kill on J4. Can he pick off this Dragonfly Disruptor? Disarmed by Big Nom. There's a vacuum back. J4, they try to save him. Actually a really nice kinetic field, but it's just not enough. An error. He can still just throw out the BKB. They don't even need it because Timbersaul's got this on lockdown. An error backing out. Gonna smack some creeps and get some health back. Maybe they'll go for Roshan instead. This is just silliness. Now, goddamn, he is deep. He had gone to push the base. Koikva gonna chase after him, decides against it, and yeah, Escape. They're just pushing up.
They just don't have any means to really team fight. They have a lot of problems. They have a 20 Bloodstone charged Timbersaw problem. They have an Axe on Earth Spirit, which gives you another form of disengage with his E pullback from the geometric grip, as well as, you know, turning somebody into stone. You can blink in and do that, kick them away. There's a lot of fancy things they can do. It's just Power Rangers, they do not have enough burst damage with this lineup. They had to get something done early, so like from the 10 to 20 minute mark, and kind of had a good lead in this game, but didn't happen. It's been all Escape gaming since the 15-minute or the 18-minute mark, when they've gotten 2 kills on the Beastmaster and shut him down.
Yeah. I honestly don't think there's a way for PR back into this game, and I think the best thing to do is, you know, buy a little bit of time, think about your next series, because just because they lose here, they're not for sure out of it, depending on how the rest of this day goes for the other teams. But Escape are playing far too cleanly. Here we go, the push should be coming again. Error incredibly big here.
Like, the only thing they can do is actually go for this, like a trade into maybe going for megas or something. I don't even know. Like a base race, hard.
I mean, it's just, not only is it hard, it's a bit of an anticlimactic finish. Era is going to finish off the racks here. Arise maybe going to try to stop someone. Era instead jumping forward, two-shotting the Disruptor. Now Arise, he throws out that BKB, but the racks are exposed. Era going to start working on it. Arise can't do too much to stop him. Juggernaut has the throw to power in the bottom lane. Chestercat taking some damage. Koikva trying to chase on after them. Their racks are exposed as well, but goddamn, taking the double target immediately. Omni slashes the creeps need it all. He can't even kill the Synderen, and that is going to be the full lane of Rax in the bottom lane. They can head over to the mid now, and only Arise there flapping around invisible, trying to stop some people. He does have a Dragon Tail. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Oracle goes down. Breathe Fire coming out from Arise to reduce the damage. Goddamn with the spin, but he doesn't have Omni Slash. Primal Roar flying onto Kezu, but this all just feels like a stopgap. Yapso going to throw himself up in his own Yules, and Era is here. Yapso will fall. There's a gem on the deck. Era just BKBing and fighting up there. I'm not sure he's winning this one, so he will try to run on out. Buybacks coming out of two of them. Era needs some support. His BKB may wear down here. He wants to kill the healing ward, but suddenly Era, no BKB. Caught out, isolated, brought down. That's just Aegis. Synderen coming to his
behind.
rescue. Oh gosh, Koikfa, what are you doing? Blows up J4. Era kills the healing ward. Synderen coming in as well. They have swaps if they need. Goddamn, forced to spin away from the swap from Synderen. They're bringing him back. They're slowly smacking down. Goddamn, the stun vacuum back. Iback coming out of Juggernaut. Arise, he's BKB'd, but look at all the damage he's taking. Era is so low. He doesn't care though. He actually does need to get away from that Necronomicon, but it's looking like the end here. Goddamn, caught out again. Chakram flying onto him. He's going to have spin going out there, but slowed up anyway. Goddamn, Chakram, he manages to get out. They don't do damage through that spin, and Big Num now false promising himself. That's not what you want to do. They're going to throw out a nice Fortune Zen to hit onto 3, but unfortunately for Big Num, oh, he's actually healed all the way back up, but Juggernaut dying in the base. GGs are cold. Tetracat going to get blown up here at the end, and Big Num, will he finally go down? Yes, he will. Gonna be it.
Man, that team fight was actually way closer than this game was. That last 2 minutes.
I was incredibly impressed there by PR holding it out, but as we can see, it was not enough. Gaming, they take another game.
Yeah, it's just really good, well executed. And Yapsor putting the pressure on that mid lane, that was very nice to see. How we saw DK going down early with that Ion Shell on top of it.